It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 27th day of November, coming to you from a very cold Central Virginia area, right outside of Lynchburg in Bedford County. And I noticed that Hot Air Tom, who's out on the Norwegian gym right off the coast of Virginia, said it's cold. Yes, it's cold. You can see I've traded in the t-shirt for a hoodie sweatshirt because it's cold here. So, Tom, Hot Air Tom, you're not the only one that is cold today. I am too. It's actually was down in the 20s again last night. It's only going to be up in the, I believe the high here today is like in the 30s. So it's going to be cold. All right, folks, today is Small Business Saturday. Not a food day, but just take care of your local businesses. You know, we have all the Hot Friday, Cyber Mondays, all that business, which primarily caters to the big guys. Don't forget your little local business that's there year round when you need them, and go do something nice. Go stop in there and buy something today from one of your local businesses, the little guy. So, all right. Cruise ships sailing from U.S. ports today and tomorrow. Today is a busy weekend. Out in Charleston, you got the ACL Independence, Port Canaveral, you got Carnival Elation, Norwegian Escape, and the Carnival Mardi Gras. West Palm Beach, you got Grand Classica. At Fort Lauderdale, you've got the New Amsterdam, the Sky Princess, Celebrity Reflection, Celebrity Apex, Allure of the Seas. In Miami, you got Celebrity Summit, Disney Magic, Symphony of the Seas, the Seashore, Norwegian Joy, Carnival Horizon. Up in Tampa, the Serenade of the Seas. In Galveston, Carnival Breeze, Carnival Vista. Out in Los Angeles, Long Beach, the Carnival Panorama. Los Angeles, San Pedro, the Majestic Princess. And up in San Francisco, the Ruby Princess. All sail today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be live on my regular show tomorrow. I'll be doing the Cruise Amigos tomorrow afternoon. By the way, John is having a sea day today, and tomorrow he will be in the Madeira Islands, and we'll probably talk about port wine on the Cruise Amigos. But we'll be live from Madeira Islands tomorrow. That's Portuguese island off the coast of Europe. Okay, sailing today up in Manhattan. Sailing tomorrow, Sunday, tomorrow. That's what I meant to say. We got the Norwegian gym. Hot Air Tom's going to get off here in a little while when he gets in tomorrow morning, and it's going to be cold. So I hope he brought his fur-lined fig leaf to put on when he gets to New York, because it's going to be even colder than it is in Virginia. And it's cold enough here. Bayonne tomorrow, we've got Anthem of the Seas sailing, Baltimore Carnival Legends sailing, down at Port Canaveral, Harmony of the Sea, and Disney Fantasy, MSC Meraviglia, and the Carnival Magic. From Fort Lauderdale, the Odyssey of the Sea, Celebrity Edge, Caribbean Princess, New Statendam. From Miami, Oasis of the Seas, we're going to talk to Katie here in just a second. Carnival Freedom, Jewel of the Seas, Norwegian Encore, Crystal Serenity. In Tampa, the Carnival Pride. New Orleans, Norwegian Breakaway, Carnival Glory All Sail, Galveston, Carnival Dream, Liberty of the Seas. Out in San Diego, Koningsdam gets underway. And Los Angeles, Long Beach, the Carnival Miracle. And San Pedro, the Norwegian Bliss and the Grand Princess. Man, it's a busy day. Headlines that we'll get to eventually today. The new variant's kind of troubling. We'll talk about that a little bit. Of course, we got some travel restrictions now from the U.S. because of it. New Statendam visits Port Royal, and Windstar Goes All-Inclusive. That and a whole lot more in just a little bit. I did update the Excess Adventure Chillie's trip calendar today with a couple more cruises, Meraviglia, so you might want to check that out. I dropped a link in the chat room for you guys to go check out the Chillie's trip calendar now will be posted constantly on the blog, and you can always just access the blog and click on the little thing and go right to the page for the calendar. So now, the port, we never did get an answer to the port, so I'm going to fire it up one more time. I'm going to give you the answer today if I remember it. I forgot. I was going to do that yesterday. I forgot to. So here's the port of the day. Nobody has guessed this correctly yet in 2 days. So this is going to be the last day of it. And I will give you the answer today if I don't have a total brain lock, which is normal for somebody old like me. All right, now let's get down here. We talked yesterday some about our buddy Katie. Now let's see. I'm gonna bring Katie on and let's see if everything is working right. Of course, you know me, it's liable to technical and the things is liable not to. Hey, Katie, how you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear Katie fine. That's wonderful. All right, Katie, of course, is on Oasis this season. It's your last day. You get off tomorrow. How's the cruise been?
Oh, it's been absolutely awesome. Had the best time. So
one of the things that I really liked, I probably like this as much as anything. I showed this yesterday. The turkey towel. I thought that was just hysterical.
Yes. Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 towel animals while we were here. So
yeah. All right, you guys you and Angela went to 150 for dinner the other night.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure what I was looking at, so I wanted to bring you on to tell me what in the world this is. What is that?
That was scallops.
Oh, I didn't even go the seafood route. Oh boy, that looks yummy.
They were very seared scallops. Yeah, that was an appetizer.
That was good Lord, that would be my meal.
Yeah.
And then what was that?
That was Angela's. She had pork belly.
Okay. All right, and then
we both had halibut.
Okay, I thought that might be fish, but boy, I missed out on the seared scallops totally. Oh, that would be wonderful. And then let's see, that's
and those little things on the top were like fried onions.
Okay, on the halibut.
Crispy fried, yes, yeah.
Okay, I like halibut too. All right, and this looks kind of desserty.
That is fried cheesecake.
Okay. All right. One of my local restaurants does fried cheesecake, and I get it quite often. I shouldn't because I know it's fattening, and I'm fat, but I get it quite often. All right.
So that's what Angela had. That was like a chocolate tart, and they just brought that out and gave it to us with mango sorbet.
Okay.
So that was for both of us. And then the other one, that was a fruit bar.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, when I flashed these up yesterday, I had no idea what I was looking at whatsoever. All right, Katie. Well, I'm glad you've had a good trip. I got a busy show today.
All right, I'll be watching.
We got some stuff from Aimee, and we got some stuff from John. So, and I got some news items too. So, thank you for letting us share your cruise, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Katie.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That, of course, is our buddy Katie Kendrick on the Oasis of the Seas, and I do appreciate her being with us today. All right. I see. Hot Air Tom is cold. I did say that. It's been a busy morning here, guys. I was doing getting my scooter and my oxygenators for all these cruises taken care of. So It costs me more money to get a scooter and an oxygen concentrator than it does on some of the cruises. But that's okay. At least I'm going to be going. So I'm real thrilled about that. Now, our own Aimee Rogers and her sister, Cynthia, of course, they were on the Divina and Allure of the Seas here about a month ago. Last week, they were over in France for a river cruise on the Viking Heimdal. Probably am pronouncing that wrong, but anyway, they were over there. So I got some pictures to share with you from France, and of course that's Aimee and her sister. And this, I believe, is at a wine place. I have a complete brain lock. In the Lyon area. And I don't remember where this one was. But anyway, there's a vineyard, and they produce wine there. And so they had wine tastings and stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. And they were in Lyon one day, and look at that started off being a marine layer from hail and foggy in the morning, but obviously it cleared up a little bit because that picture is a lot clearer. But that was a rather nasty looking day. They were in Turin for a day, and Turin is a medieval area, which is just, I'm fascinated with the scenery on all of these. This area had some bridges that actually the railroad bridges that were built in the 1400s. They're old, really old. And this is Viviers. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Also, this was a medieval area, which has just the architecture is just phenomenal. Wow, I like that. And then they were at the Pope's Palace in Avignon. The Pope's Palace in Avignon. And of course, they did show us a little bit of food. That was a snack, I guess, of one day. But that was Aimee and Cynthia over on the I see that Aimee is I said I'm pronouncing things just fine. Anyway, they were on the Viking Heimdal over in France. So that was I stole some pictures so I could show them. Anyway, I see that Aimee's in the chat room, so she can tell you a lot more about it than I can. But anyway, I do have a couple news stories today, folks. I find the restrictions on travel from South Africa a little bit troubling. Of course, it started off with the UK and then the EU banning travel from 7 countries because of this new variant. The US came on yesterday afternoon with the same thing, and that Canada has now banned the same travel from the same countries. They're restricting travel. They're allowing American citizens, we're allowing American citizens that have been there are allowed to travel from that region, but nobody from that region is allowed to travel. I find this troubling in that this could be, this time of year, it could lead us into bad things again. Again, now the EU, the UK, Canada, and the US have all introduced travel restrictions. The World Health Organization has declared that this new variant is something to be concerned with. They've named it Omicron, a variant. So U.S. officials said flights from South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and Malawi will be blocked, mirroring earlier moves by the EU. The ban will go into effect on Monday. There have been new cases now in Israel, Belgium, and Hong Kong, all from this African variant. We still don't know enough to know whether or not the vaccines are going to be effective for this. But we do know that depending on the effectiveness, and they're studying that now, that folks that aren't vaccinated are at a much more serious risk, and a much more serious risk of not only catching it and being ultra ill, but dying. So I still, folks, highly recommend, if you're not vaccinated, go get vaccinated. Oh, goodness. And please don't try to cruise if you're not vaccinated. That's just going to cause problems. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. All right. On to a little more positive thing. The new Statendam, one of the Holland America ships, yesterday visited Port Royal. And it's the largest cruise ship to ever visit. That's, of course, the Statendam, to visit Port Royal. And I had, quite frankly, folks, I had to think about where Port Royal is. Port Royal is Jamaica, of course. And the three main ports that we've all gone to at one time or another are up on the north shore of Jamaica. And that, of course, is Montego Bay and Ocho Rios and Ocho Rios. And Falmouth, duh. Yeah, Falmouth, that's the one I like the best of all of them. Falmouth, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay are all up on the North Shore. Well, this is down on the southeast corner down there at Kingston. And see the little jut of land that goes across there? Right out at the end of that is the port that they visited. So that's actually in Kingston. So that's gonna, if cruise ships start going in there on a regular basis, that's going to open up a whole, at least to me, a whole new section of Jamaica, because I had never been to Kingston or to this port before, to Port Royal. So good for New Statendam. New Statendam is also the ship that has been approved to go into Key West, as I said yesterday, on the 28th of December. That's the only ship so far that's been approved to go to sail into Key West. So we don't know how that's going to end up either, but it's interesting that they're possibly going to have another port now in Jamaica. All right, the other story for today is Windstar. Again, this is a line that I know nothing about or very little about it. But Windstar has going to an all-inclusive situation as an option for those who just want everything included in their upcoming vacation, including unlimited drinks, Wi-Fi, and gratuities. Guests and crew are required to be vaccinated on all Windstar voyages beginning on January 1st. The cruise line policies will include a free COVID antigen test at the pier for passengers embarking. So some cruise lines are pulling away from doing that. Windstar is going to it and adding on an antigen test at the pier. I'd like to see more of, because that's one of the things I've been dealing with my upcoming cruises, is making sure that I can do the testing on the three, since I'm doing side by sides and coming up. So, and again, if you want to check out my schedule, it's up now. It's up on the blog. It's also up on that other thing that I still don't know how to use. But anyway, my schedule is posted in 2 places. All right, let's go check the chat room. I know Hot Air Tom is here from the gym, and he's right off in Norfolk. He can probably see his house from where he's sailing. Just pretty close. Of course, Tom's from Richmond. He and Cindy live in Richmond. I live further inland. I'm over in outside of Lynchburg. Kenneth's with us. Kenneth's up in Pennsylvania. Let's see. Kenneth says, good morning, everybody. Tom, I would switch in a heartbeat. We got snow, 28 degrees there. Hopefully you're enjoying your cruise. Go sit in a hot tub or turn the heat up in the suite, one or the other. Amy's with us, of course. Happy Saturday. Chillie's Cruises, I have no sound. Jason's with me. Jason has sound. Okay. I'm panicking there. The Hot Air Tom has no sound. Carol says furling fig leaf. Yeah, I was being funny. Gretchen's with us. Is that Punta Cana? Nope. St. Lucia? Nope. Sorry. There's Katie. Hi, Katie. She popped in. Here we go. Amy says that was Beaujolais Winery. That was an included tour. Okay. I just had a complete, I did see the name of that, and I may not have written it down, but anyway, I didn't remember it. So thank you, Amy, for helping me out with that. Gretchen says, Katie, you look fabulously relaxed. And that's where Amy said, I'm pronouncing things just fine. No, she's being nice. I never pronounce things just fine. Katie says, yes, it has been relaxing. And everybody likes the pictures from France. Amy says, I bet cruise lines will double down on COVID protocols to avoid being shut down again. I hope so. I mean, I'd rather do the protocols than shutting down. Goodness gracious. We don't want to do that again. I mean, it might be that our vaccines take care of this fine. They just don't know yet. So that unknown thing is what makes it troubling more than anything. Jason says, does look like St. Lucia. I looked on Google Maps. St. Lucia has a similar a point out there, but actually it's not. Hot Air Tom says, we have heat on 2 thermostats in the suite on max settings. Still not much. I told the concierge his assignment during the next 2 weeks is to get heat into the suite. December 14th, we return. That's right. You're going back on the gym again. He wants a warmer suite. I don't blame you. I would be, I could see where I could get. I've never been on a cruise ship where I had to use heat before. So yeah, I can see where that would be kind of tough. All right. Folks, I'm going to tell you what, at least what Elizabeth said now. Somebody wants to dispute this, but this is Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. So pass that on for what it's worth, and we'll do away with that next time. So, all right. To keep everybody up to date on everything, I've updated my cruises. I've added a couple more. I've got 11 booked now, 9 of them between now and May, mostly MSC and Royal Caribbean because of my criteria that I'm using now. They're giving a break to solo travelers, number one, and they're taking oxygen patients now. Carnival's still fussing about the oxygen business, even into March. So we're not. I was talking with the Scoot Around folks And they even said, yeah, they're still saying, no, not yet. So we'll just have to wait and see on the Carnival umbrella and Norwegian. But so I'm doing a lot of booking on Royal Caribbean and MSC because of what they're doing for solo travelers. And because of the accessibility issues as well. But I've got, the second half of the year after May, only have the Hot Air Tom's cruise in August booked on the Norwegian Sky. So I have some more booking to do, which we're going to just sit back here and see what happens now the next little bit and make sure that I can do everything I want to do on cruises. So that's coming ahead. Amy says that Vikings COVID tested us every day. They left test tubes in the room at night. We had to spit a couple times into the screw on the top, put them in an envelope, drop them off before we went to breakfast. So they were using the spit test method. Okay. Tom Henry says we have the same cabin on the next cruise. I asked the steward if we could push the luggage all the way under the bed and leave it till they return. I bet he said, no, you can't do that. Gretchen says next Saturday I should be getting my luggage at Fort Lauderdale about now. That's right. You're going to be getting luggage about this time next week, maybe a little earlier. Yes, Katie, Tom does arrive in port tomorrow as well. Both of you guys get in port two different parts of the East Coast tomorrow. He gets into New York and you get into Miami. So, all right, folks, that's going to wrap me up. If you're new to this channel, welcome aboard. We do this 6 days a week at 11 o'clock, travel and cruise industry news, and we interview folks and share cruise information and cruise stuff all the time. Please consider subscribing to this channel. I'd like to invite you to subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when I post a new video. And other than that, that's going to wrap me up for today. You guys have a fabulous weekend. Don't forget tomorrow, the Cruise Amigos live at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with John Reitmeyer. Amigo John will be on Madeira Island in Portugal's territory out there in the Atlantic Ocean. And we're going to talk about port wine and some other things about Madeira Island on the Cruise Amigos tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And that's 7 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time for you folks on the other side of the pond. So that's going to wrap me up for today. Everybody have a fabulous weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a good time. Book cruises, think cruising, think healthy, think good thoughts. And don't forget to go help your local business out today. That would be good. A nice small business somewhere around you. All right. That's it for today. This is the Old Fat Travel Guy. You guys have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you tomorrow on the Cruise Amigos and back here Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Monday Travel and Cruise Industry News. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.